My name is Marylin Ankara. Currently, I'm unemployed, but self-employed. Let me put it that way. We run an iPhone business. Let me put it like everything eye products. So that's what I'm doing currently, and my baby will be 3 weeks on Friday. Finding out about pregnancy, I was at work, feeling dizzy and all that. So I decided to go to the nearest clinic during my lunch break to go and check whether I was pregnant or not, because we were actually expecting. We've been trying for like a year and a half, because I had fibroid and ovarian cysts. So with treatments and all that, the doctor advised we need to start we need to start trying immediately, because with ovarian cysts, it's really difficult for you to conceive after that. So yeah, I went to the nearest clinic to check, and I found out I was pregnant. By checking the estimated time of delivery and when I delivered now, I realized that I was actually pregnant maybe like 2 months ago, but we didn't know, because I was only putting up, so I thought maybe everything was okay. I was just being healthy. So yeah, that's how come I found out about pregnancy. Um, Enjoyment when it comes to food, and my craving for Oreo and juice. Yeah, I crave for Oreo and juice a lot. So those were the things I enjoyed, and also how he pampers me. I don't do anything. I hardly do stuff, because it's our first, and because of the medical history, we needed to have all the time to be, how would I put it, to make sure everything is okay. Yeah, so I didn't really do anything. All I do is eat, sleep, drink, eat, sleep, drink. A lot, I'll put it, because I became lactose intolerant. I can't take milk because I bloat. I had cocoa. All of a sudden, I had cocoa. Like when I spoke to my doctor, he's like, and because of the pregnancy, my tummy was also big. So he said there was pressure at my lower waist. That's why it caused it. And also, with the first trimester, I wasn't able to do anything. I couldn't drink water, even bathing safe. I couldn't even brush my teeth, because the mint in the Pepsodent, I wasn't able to stand it. So I wasn't able to brush my teeth, bathing a day or two, then I'll bath. I feel my sense of smell has become so high that the little thing I smell around, like I want to throw up. You can't cook. Immediately you turn on the gas, I'll start shouting. So sometimes, even if my sister wants to cook for me, my mom wants to cook for me, I have to put my head in a pillow so that I don't perceive anything around. It was that bad during the first trimester. I was spitting. I decided not to take cold water. At first, I was taking cold water, and they keep telling me, if you take cold water, the baby will start doing this, so you should stop. And I decided to try. So when I started taking the room temperature water, the spitting actually stopped. Yeah, so that was what I didn't enjoy about pregnancy. The first trimester, I didn't enjoy it at all. On the day of delivery, a day before, I was home talking to my mom. That was in the night, Thursday night. I was home talking to my mom, and I felt the gash thing came out. So I went to check, and it was a slimy thing. They told me it will come. So when I found out, I decided to relax a bit, and there were some dishes in the kitchen, so I decided to clean it, because I'll be coming here from the hospital. I wouldn't be with my husband because I needed help. So I decided to clean the kitchen. So I cleaned the kitchen, did a little bit of cleaning and all that. And I heat water to bath because I heard Muslims, when they are in labor, they either drink hot water or they bath hot water. It helps with dilation. So I also went to heat water to bath, but I don't bath hot water. So yeah, I did that and I decided to eat the jollof my auntie prepared for me. But I wasn't able to eat the jollof, so I took a bit of juice and I slept. And when I was sleeping, my tummy started aching, so I went to the loo and I realized I've been going on and off. So I asked my husband to sleep. I told him to sleep, and when I start feeling pain, I'll call him so that we go to the hospital, because I didn't want them to go and be putting their hand down there because I don't like the fingering thing. So around 3, 4 that way, he woke up and he's like, "Madam, the way you are going to the toilet, yeah, let's go." So that was what happened. So we went to the hospital Friday dawn around 3 to 4. Yeah. Actually, my water didn't break. When we got to the hospital, they checked and they said I was 1 centimeter dilated. So I decided to check what I can do to boost my dilation like really fast. When I read, it said sex and exercise. So since I can't get the sex, I had to walk. So I was climbing the stairs, walking about, up and down. They check again, they said 2 centimeters. I was like, Charlie, all this walking and it's just one that is adding up. Okay, no problem. I keep going up and down. I couldn't eat also. I just didn't feel for food. I didn't feel for anything. So I was just drinking water whilst doing my exercise. And when they checked my dilation, it was 4 centimeters. I saw a clot. I wanted to tell one of the midwives, but I don't know what kept me from telling them. So around 6 p.m., that was on Friday, they called to check again. So when they checked, I started bleeding heavily. So they had to do an emergency CS. So yeah, my water didn't break. So I don't know whether they break the water in there or they brought the whole water with the baby out before. I didn't know how it went. So my water didn't break. Yeah, labor, I didn't feel pain. With the dilation thing, I was expecting to start feeling some pain, be like crying and shouting, but I didn't feel pain. During my 1st to 4th centimeters dilating, I didn't feel pain, just a little bit of cramps. So when they called to check again, that was when I started bleeding. So they had to do an emergency CS because I was told the placenta was separating from the wall and they wouldn't give the baby, if I'll have to push, the baby wouldn't get enough oxygen. So they have to save the baby. I wasn't prepared. Actually, like 2 weeks, I went for antenatal and I was told to see a doctor. When I went, she was like, "Oh, since I've had a history of me being cut before, but it wasn't a pregnancy, anything, so they still have to do a CS." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not ready." I just said it in my mind, but I told her, okay. I went for antenatal Thursday. You're asking me to come for CS on Tuesday, meaning I have to be at the hospital on Monday to talk to prepare the anesthesia people and all that. I'm not physically, I'm not prepared. Mentally, I'm not prepared for CS. And within this short period, you're asking me to do CS. And I called my Ghanaian and told him, "Yeah, I'm not ready for CS, so I can push." So he called their boss. He knows their boss, so he called him and he told him, "Oh, I said I'm not ready for CS." On the day of delivery, a day before, I was home talking to my mom. That was in the night, Thursday night. I was home talking to my mom and I felt the gash thing came out. So I went to check and it was a slimy thing they told me. it will come. So when I found out, I decided to relax a bit, and there were some dishes in the kitchen, so I decided to clean it because I'll be coming here from the hospital. I wouldn't be with my husband because I needed help. So I decided to clean the kitchen. So I cleaned the kitchen, did a little bit of cleaning and all that. And I heat water to bath because I heard Muslims, when they are in labor, they either drink hot water or they bath hot water. It helps with dilation. So I also went to heat water to bath, but I don't bath hot water. So yeah, I did that and I decided to eat the jollof my auntie prepared for me. But I wasn't able to eat the jollof, so I took a bit of juice and I slept. And when I was sleeping, my tummy started aching, so I went to the loo and I realized I've been going on and off. So I asked my husband to sleep. I told him to sleep, and when I start feeling pain, I'll call him so that we go to the hospital, because I didn't want them to go and be putting their hand down there because I don't like the fingering thing. So around 3, 4 that way, he woke up and he's like, "Madam, the way you are going to the toilet, yeah, let's go. So that was what happened. So we went to the hospital Friday dawn around 3 to 4. Yeah. Not really, because my mom is there to help, my sister is there to help, my husband is there to help. So if I feel I'm tired or I'm feeling sleepy, I just pass him to them and I sleep. And in terms of body wise, during pregnancy, I put up a little bit, but when I gave birth, that's when I saw that I've put up. So I even tell my friends, so the pregnancy didn't humble me. It was giving birth that humbled me, because all of a sudden my face was just bloated, like, so. And with a surprise, mostly breastfeeding, and with a midnight waking up to breastfeed him and all that. I thought I won't be able to do it, but I'm able to do it, and I don't even feel tired. When he wakes up, the little noise he makes, I pick him up, feed him, then he goes back to sleep. So even sometimes my mom doesn't know he wakes up at night. And I'll also say, because of my previous job, I used to work at the airport, and I prefer evening shift. I don't like the morning shift. So sometimes when the flight delay, I have to be at work the whole night, being awake and all that. So in a way, I feel it's also part of it that I don't really feel the tiredness during the night feeding and all that. No, I don't know what I'm doing, because if I say I know, I'm lying to you. The very day we were discharged, what's the name? Tico. That burping thing. Hiccups. It happened, so I thought maybe it was normal. That was the first time. We got home and it happened again. And then it happened again, and I called my mom. Charlie, the way this thing is happening here, is it normal? I'm scared. Oh. And she's like, relax, it's normal. It's actually helping him to, like, his lungs are opening and all that. And I'm like, okay. And then he has poo-poo like 4 times. He poo-pooed 4 times. Like, is it normal? How come? Like, when we were in the hospital, he wasn't pooping like that. So how come we are home and I've changed diapers 4 times already and they has not broken? She's like, it's normal. What's the color of it? I was like, it's black be like that. But the 5th one was yellowish. So I'm scared. So I didn't know what I was doing until my mom came. And she started teaching me things and telling me how normal certain things are. And also he threw up. And it was with a slimy thing in it. And I was like, hey, is this one normal? She asked me, so if I wasn't here, you would have taken phone. And he has threw up. Is it normal? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. So But with the help of my mom and my auntie, who is also a nurse, they helped me a lot. Not really. Not really. Because my mother-in-law actually taught me to massage myself with hot water. So I did that, and I can see that the bloating I spoke about earlier, it's all coming down and all that. So my body, with sleep, I'm able to sleep. He's not really the disturbing type. The only time you see him disturbing or fighting with you is when you are bathing him. That one's safe. When you are bathing him with sponge. But when you are pouring water on him, he will be all calm. And with sleep, when he's satisfied and he's asleep, oh, you can sleep. So me, it's as if I have my sleep stored down. So immediately he's asleep, I tell my mom, I'm taking a nap. So at least 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm able to sleep. So I don't have problem. And I'm not really the phone type, so I can pack my phone somewhere and just sleep. With breastfeeding, funny enough, the very day they did a CS, I didn't know my milk was coming. So he slept, woke up, he was crying. The doctor asked me to put the breast in his mouth. So I don't know whether the milk was coming or not. So I just put the breast in his mouth. And the midwife, one of the nurses came and was like, hey, is your milk coming already? I said, I don't know. And she asked me to bring it out and press it. So when I pressed the nipple and I saw that milk was actually coming, I was like, hey, then he's lucky. I had a nipple sore Saturday. He came out Friday. Saturday, Sunday, no, my nipple was sore. The way he grabs it, he doesn't use his tongue. He used the gum and his mouth. So something that you're supposed to, babies, maybe they'll hold it, but he grabs it, like he pulls it. So even when he's swallowing, you can hear the sound, grow in the throats. But I try using a nipple shell, but the tip of my nipple, no, it's not like the white people's own that is pointed. So it was waste of money. It was waste of money. I couldn't use it. So with the nipple sore, he had to suck on it like that. I was using shea butter to rub on it while he sucked it. But right now it's better. I don't have to express. The milk is there in abundance. It's even dripping on it. So I bought this container thing that you can put in your bra. Instead of the pad, there's this other one that you can put so that you can actually give him the one that is pouring. Yes, I've really surprised myself because being able to carry him for 10 months and seeing him for the first time breastfeeding and all that, like, I'm really surprised I was able to do it. Even though I love babies, I take care of people's kids and all that, but so you don't really know how you can handle yours. So I'm really surprised at what I'm able to do. Yes, not dancing per se, but like singing and making some funny noises just for him to smile and all that. Especially when he's crying, you need to just formulate something for him to stop crying. Yeah, so especially my cocoa thing. They said coconut oil. They said ice. So I went to break ice and put inside towel and put on my bubble. Because the pressure, I was feeling pain. I couldn't sit. I'm able to lie down rolling. So I had to go and break ice and put on me. It didn't work. I called my doctor. I said, what I read is not working. And he asked me to come. We went and he gave me some injection to release the pain. So there are things I've read that it's not really picking. For now, I bought 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, and because he's long, he's fitting into the 3 to 6 months clothes. And the 0 to 3 months right now, his legs, like you can see that he's putting pressure. So yeah. Yes, I call him Daddy. His grandma from the father's side calls him Impa or Fee. His daddy says he's his top don. So for the nicknames, yeah, it's plenty and it's coming. And funny enough, his daddy's friends, like majority of his friends are all Friday borns. Especially the ones that disturb me for jollof. They are Friday born. So when I told them, well, right now there's a new coffee that is coming to eat their jollof, they said they don't have a problem. They'll fight over the jollof. So yeah, there are a lot of nicknames. And the upcoming ones too. Challenging parts. Right now, I don't have any challenging parts because my mom does most of the things. And also my husband's mom advises me and all that. We talk a lot. She's not in the country, so mostly on the phone, on what to do, what not to do, and all that. So yeah, for now, I don't have any challenges because I have a lot of support. When he smiles, sometimes you'll be sleeping, then you see him, he will just open his mouth, like he'll start smiling. And there are so many times, and funny enough, when he was in the tummy, when the body, like when he's shaking and you try to take a picture, he will stop. Taking a video of the shaking belly, he will stop. You can put the phone there for like how many minutes he wants, but immediately you take it off, then he starts shaking. When I'm talking to my mom, normally the phone is on loudspeaker, and my husband's mom, when we are talking, then you see him shaking in the belly. And I was like, hey, you already know their voices. And even when he came out, for the first week, my mom wasn't in yet. It was my auntie taking care of me. So when he's crying and my mom calls, I put the phone on loudspeaker. Immediately he hears my mom's voice. He will stop crying. And he allow you to do whatever you wanted to do to him. Same as his father's mother. When he hears their voice, he will stop crying. So it's just nice to see him know who the grandmas are, let me put it that way. Because at least he knows the voice and with the smiling parts. Yeah. Sometimes he'll suck the breast milk and then he'll pour some. He'll intentionally just pour some. So, yeah.